I'm Eric. This is Rachel. Matt is in the bathroom. What's he doing there? Probably urinating. Urinating out his urine. Would be my guess. The Lakers lost a heartbreaker tonight.
Yeah, it was a heartbreaker.
Matt and Rachel and I watched it, and it was the Lakers were up by a bunch, and the New Jays came back and won. The Denver New Jays.
Well, the Knicks won. Did they win?
Yeah, they did. They are up two games to none in their series.
Wow.
So I did not know that Matt was a full 10 years younger than me. He was a lot closer in age to you than he is to me.
How many years?
He's 42.
43. 42?
Yeah, I think that's what he said.
Mm.
He's 42.
So, I have to count with my fingers.
So he's 3 years older than you.
So he's a millennial.
Yeah. Yeah. Hi, Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. That's fantastic.
Hi, Toyota fan 3779.
That's gross. Outcard wrestle.
Oh my God!
Don't put needlessly gross things. Hi, Toyota fan 3779.
We're doing swell.
We're doing well, and Matt's here with us, and he and Rachel and I play.
Can old man and that guy talk?
Yeah, can we? I don't know.
You guys drink milk in the household.
Yes, we do.
You guys drink milk in the household. Hey, who is she? Make a look up, yeah. Hi, Rachel and Eric. Full cream or spin. Matt's got some drinks. Unfortunately, it's only 6 a.m. in the UK, so early for a point crime.
It's way too early for a pint.
Joyous, foggiest, I am he.
It is a perfect time for some milk. There's no doubt in that. No doubt about that at all.
The perfect time for.
So I want to welcome you all here to Talking with Fans People. As you just saw, Matthew has the drums there. That's the shittiest music you've ever heard. Well,
Doubtful.
yeah, I'm a little
Doubtful
doubtful
indeed.
that these shit. I
I'm
mean,
so glad you have such an affinity for milk, Dylan Hignett.
Zach Rocks, have you ever listened to the Dave Matthews Band? There's a lot of things that are explicitly horrible there.
Yes.
Alright, so now it's my turn to play the drums and make up the song too. The idea. Can you take away your phone? Alright. right, here we go. Hi, Robert Edwin House. There are no hi-hats here, so I have to do without them, okay? Red herring found the internet. All right, good for you. My name is Eric and I'm playing the drum. My name is Eric and I'm playing the drum. I'm not very good at playing the drum, but my name is Eric and I'm playing the drum. Look at me, I can play the drums. Look at my knee, it's kicking on the kick drum. Look at my hand, it's hitting on the thing. Look at my voice, it's sing, 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 sing. Here I go, I'm playing on the drum. I'm doing it slow, I'm doing it, I'm doing it on 5 years old. I'm making it a drum that I want to. Oh yeah, I'm way better than
He's
Dave.
definitely way better than
Dave Matthews Band.
Yeah.
Literally,
Oh my God.
literally, the sound of cars crashing is better than the Dave Matthews Band. I'm a terrible drummer. Okay, so
Dave Matthews Band. Dave Matthews Band. Dave Matthews Band. Dave Matthews Band. I like being on talking with famous people. Famous people as they are. Do you really think you're better than the Dave Matthews Band? Yes, I do.
and I
I
do.
Dave Matthews Band. Dave Matthews Band. Dave Matthews Band.
Yeah, I was thinking about that, Josh. It was official. It's for all the times that nothing happened.
Yeah, it's a little late for drums,
It's
But
It's a little late for drums.
but it's not that late for drums, and
It's not that late.
and more importantly, we don't have neighbors that close to us.
No. Someone said that I should do the test, like go outside and like see if I could hear
Oh, we'd be able to hear it for sure. Fortunately,
the
we're not
drums for sure.
super close to the neighbors, but it is too late for
It's too late
drumming
for
like
drums.
that, you know.
It's too late for drums. Not too late for bass. When the levee breaks. Where are the cymbals? Oh, I'll never get an island. You know my mistake.
Did somebody ask for where the symbols are?
Yeah, where are the symbols? They spelled symbols wrong, but they know my
Matthew made a little oopsie, and he left the symbols in Los Angeles. Can you turn it down? Not too loud. Turn it down a bit. Yes, it needs to be tuned.
Hey, Anthony is.
Hi, Anthony is. Who are the famous people tonight that we're talking with? Well, I'm talking with you, NES Lotto Scratcher. Ba-da-da-da.
This fucking bass rules.
It makes me happy to hear you say that.
I love Pensacola. I love Pensacola. I love Pensacola, Florida. It's fucking great. Eric, are you the town tart?
More the town tart?
No way.
Maybe.
Are you the town tart?
I might be the town tart.
What is a tart?
Tart is like.
She's a saucy lady.
Yeah, she's a little bit of a.
Eric,
slut.
are you a saucy lady?
Yeah, right. Well, I'm wearing my slut pants today.
That's true, you are.
You a saucy lady?
It's the first time you've ever been to Pensacola, Florida, huh?
I think you are so saucy.
This reminds me of like my piano lessons when I was like a kid. Like, I want to meow, 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 meow. You know.
I am a saucy lady, my name is Eric Strauss. I am a saucy lady, my name is Eric Strauss. I am a saucy lady, my name is Eric Strauss. I am a saucy lady, my name is.
So anyway, at the moment, we are live streaming, not so much talking as indicated, but I could do talking word stuff over this if you wanted.
Yeah.
And in the evenings, before everyone went to bed, the house would be covered by flying insects, each seeking its own home. That kind of thing, you know. Well, you know, I could make this taller. I could make this taller. There you go, it's taller now, it's taller than it was. You can see me well, so. Would you say that's your favorite instrument to play, the bass, versus drums and guitar?
Drums are easiest. Bass, I love. Guitar, I'm bad at.
I don't think you're bad at the guitar, man.
I mean,
That's silly. I don't think you're really bad at any of the instruments you play. Sure.
that's a sick bass song, man.
What is that big song?
It's a cop show from the late 70s, early 80s. Barney Miller?
The bomb, buddy,
Yeah, Barney Miller theme.
Huh. Not familiar with it. I mean, it sounds sort of familiar. But, It is a good bass line. I like it. I like playing the bass too, but I only like playing the bass when I'm playing over some drums on the TV, you know. If I don't have drums playing, I don't find it very entertaining to play the bass. Is this really necessary, Matthew?
Yeah, no, I'm being my dog.
Okay, well, can you go back to being not your dog, please?
So,
Yes.
so do you YouTube people want to know
You have this shirt. That's
my,
fine.
my mom and sister's name for? Oh, I'm gonna fucking get high.
You should.
I'm nuts.
As soon
I'm
as you,
nuts right now.
as soon as you smoke that, you're gonna be like spinny past that.
No, I'm just gonna walk home. It's 5 minutes.
Did you drive your car here or did you walk here?
No, I walked here.
Oh. I have a feeling that's gonna be kind of the end of Matthew. I suspect. You're cat sitting and it's not going well. How about for it?
Tails.
Oh my god. Oh, I forgot your wallet.
Y'all get me tight.
Give me one more. You're like a little child, man. You're like a little child.
For someone who's so public, you're so quick.
It reminded me, what I felt right there was Luke Skywalker when Yoda's getting into his foods and shit, like on in The Empire Strikes Back. Like, give me that. Listen, I'm looking for a great Jedi warrior, not you, little greenback. What are we smoking? We're smoking.
Yeah, well, I'm what you got. What you got?
I gotta tell you, as a guest, you are a million times better than Corey.
No, Corey's great.
No, he's not, dude. He's not great at all. It's unfortunate. I feel terrible for him. He is not great. So we were smoking. I'm not exactly sure what strain. No, I'm not gay. Obviously, Matt's a little toasted. He's been drinking alcohol, you know. And accordingly, was a little wild in his expression of self. Probably something that weed will calm him down some. But I think he's excited to be on vacation too. What was that? I don't seem to have any lighter with me, so I'm going to have to go back inside and get a lighter. Don't worry, everybody. Don't panic yet.
But like in a good or bad way.
So,
Things change.
Matri Khalid says, "Are you gay, Eric?" And Rodolfo Flores says, "Yes, he sucks dick every day." Every day? Every single day, Rodolfo? Are you sure I suck that much dick? What, are you logging it or something? No, I'm not a serial killer, obviously. I don't like your defamatory comments about Serial killing and dick sucking. I'll go ahead and hide you. Where am I from? I'm from California, Mariposa, California. Right in the middle of the state. I unsubscribed again because you have weird people in your chat. That's fine, Toronto dumb. Okay, well, then, hurry off to safer waters. Okay, goodbye. I've already said goodbye to you. Remember the day when you showed your true colors? So what is even going on? Not a hell of a lot. Just Rachel and Matt and I practiced music. Sometimes we might play on Thursday is the open mic. And then, we're just sort of hanging out afterwards. Yeah, I am married to Rachel, who is inside. Hi, Satnam Singh. How do you feel right now in the moment? Be honest. I feel maybe a little overstimulated, I'm not accustomed to having my rambunctious friend in the house, which is fine. It's great. I'm not complaining about it. I'm just answering the question. How do you feel right now in the moment? Like stimulated, I guess. Not in any sort of sexual sense, but just I've had a lot more stimulation today than I normally do. It's been a busy day too. It's been a very Mercury and retrograde day for me. Nothing's wrong, Tatis Gussman. What's wrong with you? Anything? Something? Nothing? Hey, Iron Lion, you are that guy. You're the one, the only. Rosanna TV Blog 77. Yes, I am married. People come in and make totally just ridiculously false, defaming comments without even knowing like one thing about me. Just roll in some random stranger in the chat. Hey, here's some hateful shit for you. It's crazy. It's weird how people are, frankly. It used to be I battled on YouTube, I was always battling. And throwing down with people who were trying to be provocative or whatever. But when I stopped throwing down so much, I just became kind of unflappable. Well, I am already married, Tatis. Well, I do surround myself with lovely people. I mean, I don't really even mind it happening necessarily. I find it strange, right? So, you heading home? Or you coming up for a cigarette? Have a nice walk home. You got the key? Excellent. Yeah. Thanks for chilling tonight. Okay. So, But it's just genuinely surprising that uh, that there's as many people out there as there are who will just come in completely new to the channel and make just like the most hateful lie kind of comments they possibly can make. It makes you wonder, like, what's motivating these people? Okay, well, I didn't notice when you subscribed, and I'm not noticing when you unsubscribe either. Okay, haven't I already said goodbye to you? Like that guy with the billion accounts, right? I don't worry about it, Taz goes, man. I'm not listening to people. I'm not expressing right now that I'm affected by it or that it bothers me. Well, I'm super happy. Well, yeah, I'm super blessed, super happy. But I like to talk about interesting things, and it is the case that when somebody comes in with kind of a super overwrought toxicity, it's interesting, if nothing else, right? Yeah, because it's interesting because it makes you curious. Well, what's motivating this behavior exactly? Well, I'll tell you what I never do, benevolence, decorum, is I certainly never tell people when I subscribe to them or unsubscribe. Like, I wouldn't announce it, right? Live like a one-man army? Why? Why should one want to live in isolation like that? It's not good for you to be entirely self-sufficient and independent and stuff. That's ridiculous. We are social creatures, ultimately. And when it comes to like strength, I have no shortage of strength. I'm not worried about getting pushed around or whatever. Nobody's gonna like hurt my feelings. Nobody's gonna win in exchange with me, really. Every once in a while, someone might get me mad, win that exchange, but in every instance, it's gonna be uh, a learning lesson for me. I'm gonna close that vulnerability, you know. Hi, Julie Harrison from Russia. Doesn't sound like a very Russian name. Hi, Burb. Birthday cake to you, too. Toxic people are everywhere. You're surrounded with negative too. Well, that doesn't affect my inner happiness. You know why? Because when you look by the ego, you're really free. Oh, well, my happiness isn't impacted by toxic others because I don't have any of them near me in my life, right? They're just They're just words on a screen, you know. But I think you'd be foolish to think that there's something good about being entirely non-reactive, right? So you're kind of, one could argue, let's put it this way, one could argue that a person who feels as though uh, feels as though circumstances don't matter because of some mental map they have or whatever, that their attitude defines their reality. Well, that's simply not true, you know. The idea of letting go of the ego is is a silly, nonsensical notion. You know, we are an identity, but an identity that persists across time is what it means to be human. by Titus. So this is one of the things I have argued against for years, are these kind of woohoo notions that mislead people into thinking they're on some sort of, they have some sort of directionality, when the only directionality is the false promise of kind of like a childish understanding of spirit, you know. I wish a happy life to you too, Mishal Ali.
Same.
Burb says bow, heart, pray. Heart, 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 heart. Benevolence asks, would it be SI plus FI ego function types more prone to acting as customers and everything and doing the whole I'm never shopping here again ordeal? I'm not sure. I don't know. I think people might do that for a variety of different reasons. I just have a bachelor's degree. That's all.
Me too.
I identify as a ham sandwich. I understand you are what you eat, but then I look at the toilet in confusion. Well, what you poop is not what you eat, C. Robbins. What you eat may become poop, but poop is not what you eat. Unless you eat poop. Burb says, angry purple guy. Wow, I'm sorry you're feeling angry and purple right now. Cheers, Peter Griffin. I will join you in cheersing here right now in just 1 millisecond from now. That's not my daughter, Gabe Anderson, and that's a horrible thing to say.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll just go ahead and hide you straight away, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, probably the poop is a metaphor. It's a metaphor for income inequality. It's a metaphor for racism. And it's a metaphor for being kind to people. Snow? Question mark? No snow now. It is middle April. We did have a late snow this year. Maybe like April 10th or something. Yes, you've made that clear, Haywood. And you keep wanting to tell me that. I don't care. No, and this, what I think what C. Robbins getting at is that poop is a metaphor for love. Just as what you find delicious eventually becomes poop, so too what you love will die.
He is when he touches his mom. Night, Peter Griffin.
So did you, I didn't really explain it all, but did you explain a little bit after when I started saying that Corey was, you know, difficult? Not.
Mm-hmm. Well, I didn't say anything like too specific. I just said that the last day that he was here, he got, like, you and Corey got into an argument, and that the argument lasted until Corey left.
I mean, it wasn't just the last day he was here. it was he. You know, we had butted heads on things from Ted Kaczynski to whatever before the last day. We just had avoided. You know, I had avoided being too reactive, right?
Yeah,
But
it's true.
the last day he just picked and picked until finally I was like, okay, this is enough from you, Mr. Man. Hi,
Paper.
Burb and Char for Life. When you say you're char for life, does that mean you're a big fan of charbroiled burgers?
So, like, I just underplated, like, didn't know what to say.
Right.
Because it didn't sound like you wanted to really hear it, really.
Well, he was pretty drunk, too.
Yeah.
What's the most conspiracy theory you believe might be true? I mean, there's certain, like, historically documented conspiracies that did happen and definitely are true, like the, like, what was it called? That mind control project in Montauk. I forget what it was called. You said that, either you or someone else said that yesterday. Yes, I get it. Jesus, go away already. That's that Scott Taylor guy, you know.
Mm.
He tried to run a like some kind of a scam, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But he never fooled me or anything. So he eventually got super spiteful, and now he's still determined to get me somehow. Um, of course, he's not getting me in any way at all because even if he subscribed to me with 100 different accounts, you know,
Yeah.
I might notice it. Like, if he didn't say anything, right, I might be like, wow, you've lost like 50 subs last month. I might notice it, but I might not. What a dorky saying. Each sheet is a canvas, and you are the artist.
That is so cheesy.
Oh my god. Well, no accounting for people's taste. Oh my goodness. Aliens, are they real? I asked this question. I hope the results aren't too depressingly horrible, but does a secret cabal of global elites rule the world? What about society? The secret society of global elite to rule the world. So the thing is, you believe there is another species out there. Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know if it's artificial sugar or natural sweeteners. Life is like a bottle of Tylenol. You never know what you're going to get. Life is like a bottle of Tylenol. You never know what you're going to get. Except, of course, the problem with that is you do know what you're going to get.
Like almost every time.
Right. Absolutely every time. Okay, so Mashal Ali, what makes you believe that? Is it just because of the total number of habitable planets out there? So there must be Omegity. Okay, are you saying that because you're including any species, not just intelligent species, right? You're saying, well, there's bound to be at least microbes on another planet. Or are you saying that you believe in intelligent alien life?
Are you an elite oligarch, Iron Lion?
The elite oligarchs. 71% of people say yes to this question so far. Hopefully there aren't very many votes yet. I don't know what exactly you're getting at here, White Plague. I'll remove it and give you a chance to be less enigmatic. One of the things I think is one of the most just lamest things you could possibly do is to be enigmatic on purpose. The universe is huge. I just can't believe that we're alone. I mean, any kind of life, not a specific one. Okay, so look, I gotta agree with you. It seems very likely that there's some kind of life on some other planet, right? But the more interesting question, and the question that really needs to be answered is, are there intelligent aliens capable of space travel out there? And do you think any of them have visited the planet? Actually, everyone demanding needs, and needs. What? I don't know what that means. I do know what it means. It doesn't mean anything specific enough for me to understand.
Hi, Capillo.
Being enigmatic is for dorks.
Yeah, being enigmatic is for dorks.
Just say what you mean and mean what you say. Don't play. My intuition was right. There's something off about you. That one's not too enigmatic. Just my intuition was right. Oh, I get it. You'd like us to ask you, right about what? Or in what way was your intuition correct? Taylor Swift made a poor decision in doing her tortured poet thing at Target or whatever. She's really cheapening her brand with that particular campaign, I think. And she had a pretty pretty glitzy brand that I've seen heretofore prior to that stupid decision. You know, she seemed to like only do like fancy commercials. Like, yeah, she did those like Capital One commercials or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
They were all about how what a huge star she is, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know who Natalia from Ukraine is, White Plague, but I'm going to just go ahead and remove that. We're about the spirit of truth, not the invisible prison. I believe the money lobby is in control of all this planet, like the former rich guy playing a similar role to Musk, Howard Hughes, and also working closely with the glorious states such as the conglomerate. Okay, I'm not sure what that's all about. Partha to Kim says, fuck. Hearts, Winky. The Olsen twins are not in their 60s.
What the hell?
What makes you think the Olsen twins are in their 60s?
They're definitely not in their 60s.
Money is not an object, it's an obsession. It cannot exist any other way. Money cannot exist except as an obsession. I don't think you understand what the words object and obsession mean. Money is a measure of favor rather than effort. No, it's a measure of value rather than effort. So it's true that you have two salesmen, one of whom tries really hard and sells poorly, the other who half-asses and sells well, that the latter will be more valued, paid more money, because they provide more value to the employer, right? Other professions, there's less a clear linkage. You want there to be as clear a linkage as possible between value and money. You want to decouple any linkage between money and effort, because there's no way to be fair if you're trying to evaluate effort rather than value, because you can't measure effort in dollars like that. Am I a golfer? No. Well, I mean, when people get confused about money, it's important to kind of go back to how money came about and what it did, right? 420 unscripted 420 was going on. We are talking about things. So, originally, people still generated wealth by doing meaningful work for one another. But the difference was, instead of getting reimbursed for the value they provided with money, they got reimbursed with things like beholdens. In other words, well, now you owe me an equivalent size favor. Or they got reimbursed in like valued objects. So, well, you help me build my house, I'll give you a shit ton of dried fish or something. but that's a very inefficient way to render um, wealth fairly to those who do work. So yeah, Burp says magician. Mikey says, "Whoa, you look a lot like Sean Corey Carter. Are you two related?" Never heard of him before. Sean Corey Carter. What's more valuable, fried chicken or baked chicken? The answer will surprise you. Um, what's more valuable? I mean, valuable needs to be understood via a perspective, right? So it's like, you mean what's more profitable for, say, KFC? In which case, I don't know. If you're saying which costs more to make, I'd say fried chicken.
Oh my god, Boba Fett. Slavery is not all bad.
My wife, 420 unscripted.
Yeah.
I
My
am
name's Rachel.
I am a musician, it's true.
He is a fantastic musician. Yo, we sounded so good.
Well, I wasn't necessarily thrilled off the bat with the exact drum beats, but Matt needs to play through them a few more times to figure to determine exactly what he's going to do. I'm not critiquing it and just have to be patient, let his process play out, you know. So I wasn't necessarily thrilled with his choices, but for everything. But I did note that the more we played it, the better he got, you know. So Lizette Swainpole is here. Hi. If you had to choose between either survival basics or all the diamonds in the universe without freedom to trade them, which would you choose? Well, if you're gonna make that choice, then it should be you can choose between survival basics, food you can't eat, water you can't drink, and shelter you can't stay in, or diamonds you can't convert to money. The answer is it doesn't matter which choice you make because you don't really have the thing. Ownership of a thing confers certain rights onto you, you know? Well, Michelle Ali, that the current we're already past the inflationary crunch. There was a post-COVID inflationary crunch. It cost the entire world about 10% of their wealth, of our wealth. And that's playing out not as a sudden 10% removal of cash from your account, but as a 10% increase in the cost of everything. It's not absolutely everything. So, for example, housing hasn't yet caught up to the post-inflationary valuings of things, but things like food, fast food, entertainment, a lot of things have, but not necessarily service things. I had to go to the bank to finance a Big Mac and large fries. Well, probably that's not a good reason to borrow money. Right. Well, it's unfortunate, but it was an unavoidable, inevitable consequence of the horrifically ill-advised, short-sighted, and horrible lockdowns. African child soldiers, we're empowering youth. That's not empowering youth, Boba Fett. I don't think you get how that works. No, Boba Fett, it's not hilarious. You're drunk again. You're supposed to be cat sitting. I would not feel comfortable with my cat in your care.
Ooh.
No, I don't think a secret society of global elites rules the world. I think that global elites, so-called global elites, are the same as you and me. And Boba Fett and benevolence, pizzicarum, and whatever. Even people around here, we can't even agree with each other about basic stuff, right? Like whether or not global elites rule the world. Rich people are no different than poor people. If anything, they're more likely to be iconoclastic and maverick, you know? So, obviously, they're not going to be any more capable of of maintaining some sort of monolithic shared interest than any other two people are. What do you think about the David Jacobs stories about alien abductions and hybrids that seem Aspies but with mind control stuff? I mean, I am not. I have to look at this particular person you're talking about. Um, I don't know what. Okay, so I think John E. Mack is a better kind of face for abductions than the guy you talked about. The thing about what Max said is, I think it's significant, is that I said he was alive. I don't know the guy here. Anyway, he basically said that many of these abductees, people who claim to have been abducted, were totally reliable kind of witnesses, sensible people who seem to be genuine, who seem to have genuinely been traumatized by an experience that they authentically believe happened to them, and that those people are not subject to being delusional or whatever, right? So regarding that, I think that's compelling, if true. That you've got reliable people like me and Rachel. I try to put myself in their shoes, right? Like, if Rachel and I were to show up one day on the street and say, some weird ass shit happened last night. Well, one thing that I almost certainly would not do is say that it was an alien abduction unless that were indisputably, unavoidably certain, clear, right? So I would conclude that some kind of abduction occurred by some parties, but I would not conclude, no matter how much they looked like aliens, that they were aliens, probably. You know, I try. It's hard to put yourself in those kind of shoes, like. But of course, if I got like lifted up from the ground into a spaceship, then it it'd be more plausible that they're aliens. But even then, I think maybe it could be some government tech or something like that, secret government tech. Certainly, the government has plenty of secret tech. They love to keep things classified and top secret nudities all the time.
Can I touch you?
Sure, darling. Here's a leg.
Oh, I get a leg.
Can I talk? My name's Jonathan Lazinski Balendez. Can I talk? Sure, Jonathan. What do you want to talk about? Any idea why the faces of the gray aliens look terrifying? I mean, I don't think they look terrifying. Think about all the godly abilities we have. Such as what, Iron Man?
Yeah.
Like, what qualifies as a godly ability? I need a beverage. I think I get maybe some grapefruit. Frape Groose. Communication. Well, I mean, lots of animals communicate. Squirrels communicate with each other all the time. They're always shouting out warnings to each other and such. Hey, fellow squirrels, watch out. There's this guy again. I'm actually scared from humans. These crazy countries are going to start the Third World War soon. I don't think you're going to see a world war starting. You're nuts? What makes you say you're nuts? I once had a turtle talk to me, but I was sad that day, so I only said to him, "Nice to meet you." Why do hamsters suddenly appear? Good question. Excellent question. So, Jonathan says, "I'm nuts." Can you imagine? Interesting topic about the global elites. Well, apparently 75% of respondents say yes, even though the correct answer is no. Or at least not really. Benevolent Pizzicorum says if World War III starts, then most of the major cities probably won't realize it shortly after it starts. Well, we're assuming World War III then, in that instance, is nuclear. That's what I'm saying. I don't think we're anywhere near World War III because you've got conflict between Israel and Iran. You got conflict between Russia and Ukraine. You don't have conflict between Russia and the U.S. directly, between China and the U.S. directly, or between well, that's it. Well, if it's biological, then it's been going on for a while. If what's biological? World War III? Well, I mean, it could be conventional weapons, I'm saying. It doesn't necessarily have to go nuclear. There seems to be a general assumption that World War III, if we get the whole world embroiled in war, will inevitably go nuclear, but that's not necessarily the case. Are we Bible believers? I'm not a Bible believer, no.
Me neither.
I think the Bible's kind of silly. I am a Christian, but
Mm-hmm.
you know, I don't have a lot of respect for the Bible, frankly. I think the question is, do we need to be ruled? I'm sure you might consider no, we don't, but for all of history, we've had rulers. Well, I mean, the way to think about that, Bruce Wayne, is simply this. You have two choices. Either some group of people, individuals, whatever, have a monopoly on use of force, or you got anarchy. Uh, so, government is defined as that which has a monopoly on use of force. In other words, that which determines which applications of force comprise legal applications of force, and what kinds of behaviors comprise illegal behaviors. St. Robbins says, let's not kid ourselves. The only conflict facing the planet is racism. Okay, I'm leaving. Um, Aztec Warrior says it's trash. What's trash? Satnam Singh says man is trying to control the god through space. Bruce Wayne says the concern for the deep rulers of the planet. We are in fact the sheep of the earth. Without direction, we are just a virus. Well, so do you have in mind specific leaders that you envision providing this direction? No, I'm familiar with the basic story of Christ, but the thing to remember is that the Bible was written by Jesus's dumbass friends.
Yeah.
That girl is my wife, Rachel. At the end of the day,
I don't know how to do drums. I've never done.
it's too late to play the drums right now.
It is.
Okay, well, Bruce Wayne, the thing is, I think it's important we not let ourselves get too caught up in various kinds of mythological understandings of things. There's something called a fundamental attribution bias, which says that because things turned out this way, somebody wanted them to turn out this way, made them turn out this way, which is definitely almost very rarely the case. Of course, Jennifer, I respond to everybody. A unification of what? Or what do you want to unify that's not united currently? So you mean you want to get rid of nation states? What? I mean, the thing is, properly understood, the pyramid of governance is a pyramid, right? You have the most governance at the most local level, the least governance the further away you got from you. Otherwise, the less local control is, the more authoritarianism is required to compel everyone to obey the same central government. And the less capable that centralized government is of making any meaningful decisions for any component, any part of itself, right? The further away it gets from the totality of itself. I'm not. I don't want to read the Bible. I've read the Bible plenty. Okay. I'm not interested in some super dumb book. How much of a risk to our safety is global warming? Well, it's not really a risk to our safety, okay? Um, what I mean by this is human beings will successfully adapt to climate change such that the species won't go extinct. It's not a legitimate terminal impact existential threat like global nuclear war or giant asteroid hitting the Earth is. Okay. I don't want to argue about the Bible, please. I self identify as a Christian.
I've
I,
never seen The Fifth Element.
I affirm the basic story of Christ is a good story, you know? I don't want to argue about religion.
Do you think the story of the birth of Christ is a good one?
I don't think it's particularly relevant to anything.
No, it's not.
The key element of Christianity, the key elements are these. Christianity says the highest virtue to uphold is forgiveness.
Mm.
That God gave his only son so that we could all be forgiven our sins. And if we ask for forgiveness, we will be forgiven those sins. And, that we should attempt to forgive others their trespasses as they forgive, as we would have our own trespasses forgiven, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So those are the basic details of Christianity that I ascribe to and affirm and think are important. But most importantly, I don't think that my perspective on Christianity is what you should believe, okay? I don't give a flying fuck what you believe. Like all sensible people. In terms of faith stuff, remember, faith is defined as belief in the absence of evidence or in the face of contrary evidence. So obviously, who cares what anybody else's arbitrary faith stuff is? It's arbitrary faith stuff. I mean, generally speaking, Jennifer, people can attack me all they want. Certainly, they can critique me. Certain kinds of attacks, in other words, when people are defamatory to me, in other words, they say false accusations or accuse or uh, mostly that when it comes to attacking me. If people attack Rachel, I'll hide them. And sometimes I'll hide people for attacking other people in the chat too much. But I am certainly subject to critique. You can make your points as much as you want. You can attack me as much as you want directly. As long as it's not defamatory, very unlikely I'll hide you. I'm not a hidey guy like that. Most people say I err too much on the side of letting things play out or being lenient or whatever. Information is in a nutshell. Well, remember, Jonathan, I'm not suggesting to you that you should ascribe to my understanding of Christianity. I understand that everyone's faith-based metaphysics is arbitrary and equally valid.
Um, So, can I read you the 3 types that we were looking at for me for Enneagram?
Sure. I mean, I think we've read them. Well, which one do you want to read me specifically? Which one do you want to read first? Go for it.
I'm just gonna go in order.
All right, go for it.
So Lou asked if I thought I was a 694, the peace seeker. The peace seeker, hidden, inhibited, peace loving, afraid of making a mistake, afraid of revealing opinion.
694.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, not a bad sounding one. What's next?
946, the avoider, intuitive, inquisitive, but highly anxious, will seek to deflect attention whilst wanting to stand out as an individual.
Okay.
And then the 964, the indecisive, avoid conflict by not seeking or expressing opinion. Plagued by indecision, try to ignore conflict in hope it will go away.
No, I don't think you really do that at all. Ignoring conflict.
No, I don't.
I think it's one of the first two.
Ooh.
But, I don't put much weight into like Enneagram tri-type descriptions. Like, that's not determinant of their personality like that. It's my wife. But, that doesn't mean I'm trying to, like, shit on your interest in it. It's just, I'm saying, those two things sound equivalently well matched to you, and I don't think the linkage between either thing and the tri-type indicated is strong enough to draw a conclusion either way.
Well, what would you say, like, without even hearing those things?
I mean, I don't know, friend. I don't think that the things those tri-type descriptions are saying are correctly attributed to Enneagram.
I agree. I'm talking like forget those things.
Oh,
Your own.
well, I mean, I don't feel like I have a clear understanding of how six. Like, I get 981.
981. That I'm a 9.
Right. I understand specifically how the head triad plays out in behavior. In other words, I can say, in instance of stimulus, meow, you will respond with behavior, meow. I can't do that for the other shit, so I don't know. It's like I could say some answer, but it would be misleading in that I'm not quite sure what exactly a 6 looks like versus a 5. I feel like I got a sense of a 7, right? But it's easy to check 891. It's impossible to meaningfully nail down the other ones with a test or some sort like that. You can check 891. Well, come at somebody with anger, what do? You check it. You know what I'm saying? You can't check the other things in the same way. It doesn't. I don't know. I don't know.
Sorry.
I find it. Probably not a meaningful distinction to make. I guess.
He's like normal high. Hello. Thanks, Jennifer. Lizeski Balendez. Thank you, Nasir Daily Vlog. Nasir Daily Vlog. Aloha, Jennifer Linsinski Valdez. CBT says, how did you meet? I hope I can have a hot younger wife when I'm your age too. We met on Talking with Famous People. I was a fan of his work, and I saw some of his YouTubes on Enneagram, and I would comment on his music and stuff that I liked. I'm from New York, but I live in Mariposa, California. So he was with someone for a while, so I had no interest. But then he and his girlfriend broke up, and he said that he was looking for someone who was 30 and older, and I was like, oh, I'm 34, I would date him. So we got in contact with each other, and it was love from the beginning. So we were very lucky. Hola de donde eres? Is that where do you live? Where are you? We're in Mariposa County.
Can I have a clone?
Yes, you can. Jennifer Lizinski Balindez. You just be maybe the girl I've been looking for. That's very sweet. I'm married to Eric. I support Iran. Hello, MV. Jennifer Linsky Melendez. Hell yeah, love will find a way. And it did, it's true. I was hoping, I prayed for a relationship like I have with Eric. It's really great. I don't know what to say. I'm an INFJ if anyone's interested. I ignore my NE because it's fifth slot. And so it's hard for me to come up with things to talk about.
Don't worry.
I am
back.
happy. Jennifer Linsinski Melendez. What'd you say, Eric?
But don't worry, I'm back.
Thanks.
I can talk about random shit. Oh.
We're doing good tonight.
Hi, unlicensed Okie. If you're from Oklahoma, well, your state and I don't have the greatest history together. I can say anything and it will be topical. Well, it's true because the topic is can an old man and that guy talk? It turns out Matthew wasn't in much of a talking mood. He was more of a playing the drums kind of a mood. But we'll pretend Rachel is that guy. How about we'll do that?
Yeah,
I could even change it to that lady.
sure.
Lady. Who's that lady? I'll tell you who it is. It's Rachel. Okay.
Howdy.
So, 69% of people say yes, the secret society global elites rule the world. Yeah, I was arrested for marijuana possession in Oklahoma, actually, unlicensed Okie. And had to pay a fine, pay money to get my car out of impound, and get the frick out of Dodge, and into this was Arkansas. I was arrested for marijuana and marijuana paraphernalia. Two separate charges, one for the weed and one for the bong. We are working on that slowly. Well, I'm staying out of Oklahoma from now on. I'm not going back to Oklahoma. I'm also not going back to Kansas. Yes, you made that clear already, Scott. I could have gave you crack. I don't want any crack. Hi, lady in red.
Hey, lady in red.
But I think what you meant to say was I could have given you crack. And I could have received crack. But I don't want crack and don't want you to give me any. You only smoke once you're for it being legal. Well, I don't blame Oklahoma for enforcing Oklahoma's laws exactly. I was from California with California plates. And I'm sure they thought, we don't need you, we don't need you to behave as though you're in California. All your teeth are about to fall out at 20, and you're blaming cigarettes and weed for that? Cigarettes and weed do not make your teeth fall out. Meth maybe does, but not cigarettes and weed. Yes, Scott, you've made that abundantly clear. You're on side with all of your various YouTube sock puppet accounts. Okay, well, I'm happy to be rid of you.
I am sweet on him, Jennifer Lizinski Melendez.
Okay, Cam Saba, Rachel's been smoking weed for way longer than that, and had never lost any of her teeth. And while I, very recently, the last couple of years, lost a bunch of my teeth, I certainly can't attribute that to weed or cigarettes, really. Oh, and gummies, huh? You sure it's not a lot of sugar you're eating? Maybe maybe you're just having a straight bowl of sugar for breakfast every day?
There's a straight bowl of sugar.
Or maybe the weed you think you're smoking is actually meth. You're just trolling me when you say that she's so sweet on me? You're not just trolling me because she is so sweet on
I love her. I think you're so handsome.
me. Carlos Piper says, I'm undoming. Well, Jennifer, I don't feel trolled by you. Whatever it is yeah. Yeah, we get it, Scott Taylor. You decided to devote this evening to unsubbing all of your respective accounts. Yeah, I get that. You made that clear. So, congratulations for you. You're one person with a shit ton of stock public account who's unsubbing from me because you don't like my channel. You don't like this channel. You do not like me. This channel is bad and you are unsubbing. We get it. Kamzala. Any links online? No, we don't have any links online. Okay. The adult has 32 teeth, 28 if the wisdom teeth are removed. Well, I don't have 28. Yes, we are in California. We live very close to Yosemite, California. And here, of course, it is legal to smoke weed.
Yeah, it is.
And so we do smoke weed. But we don't drink alcohol.
No, we don't.
Alcohol, it's a tricky drug, right? I want to say something like it's not a good drug, but for some people it's fine. I'm not trying to tell other people you shouldn't drink alcohol. I'm just saying a lot of people have problems with alcohol, and it's hard on your body kind of drug to have problems with. What has 172 teeth and holds back the Incredible Hulk? My zipper. I like that joke, Franklin Balbus. It's good. Yeah, alcohol can do a lot more damage. I'm sure, Jennifer. I didn't feel like I had to put up with you. I'm running a screen recorder on her phone. On whose phone? I let it cross. Well, she's gathering information, huh? Good to know. Are you talking? No, not Rachel. Who's gathering information? I don't know who you're talking about. Sing to Rachel, the song goes, "Baby, lock them doors and turn the lights down low." I don't know that song.
I don't know that song either.
I'm familiar with it. Lick Skillet. Who are you talking about? Who's she?
I did have a good day, Lady in Red. I had a nice nap today.
Oh yeah, young guys are jealous. I mean, I think we're all jealous. We're all subject to jealousy.
Yeah.
We're all subject to jealousy,
For sure.
If you are in love with somebody and committed to them, then are you talking about? Who are you talking about? Eyeliner crust. I have no idea what you're talking about. You just say no, not you, Rachel. So I have no idea what you're talking about. Josh Turner has the best voice in country. I guess you're talking to me. Do you know who you're talking about?
No.
Yeah, I don't know who you're talking about. I'm gonna go ahead and hide you. Recall who did? I don't know what that means. Thanks, Carlos Paiva.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking to Lion. You were talking to Lion when you said meow? Oh, when you said Josh Turner has the best voice in the country. I see. Is this how the poor live? I mean, like, that would be wonderful if this were how the poor lived.
Yeah,
We'd have a very, very high standard of living indeed. I mean, I'm saying, if the poor lived like this, the country would have a very high standard of living indeed. So, what makes you think we're poor? Are you basing that on anything in particular? And just throwing out whatever and seeing what sticks? Gotcha. Got it, Iron Lane. I'm curious as to like what your thought process is. Do you come in and make some sort of like draw some sort of intuitive conclusion? Like, okay, these people are poor. No, but the electrician came. Talking about coming Wednesday. Or do you just throw that out at every stream and figure it'll stick some of the time? I'm curious as to what your strategy is, but it doesn't stick in this instance, I assure you. But I am curious as to what you're thinking. Well, I guess maybe Chief Handler might have run off. When he realized that there wasn't any foothold there, you know. What was y'all's first vehicle? Big wheel? I had a big wheel. Actually, I think my first vehicle was one of those circle things, those toddler they put you in. Tell who to go have a bath and why. So, we've had an interesting evening here.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of miggity meow. Proper wankers. I don't know what you're talking about. Tell them to go have a bath. Proper wankers. No, I'm not smoking meth. we got some real. We got some real. Don't call me, don't doorstep me. Who are you? I have no idea what you're talking about. It's just saying random words. So, Trevor, Damien, I'm actually smoking just regular marijuana. Okay, I'm not trying to be your friend, baboon with a flamethrower. I'm just asking you what in the world you're talking about. Andrew Krasny, good morning. Okay. I won't call you. What I will do, though, is time you out. Is using that torch bad for you? Do you inhale heaps of gas? No, I don't think so, because, I mean, it's propane, right? Like, why would more of the gas be unburnt in a propane torch than in a butane lighter? I timed out baboon with a flamethrower. Because, oh God, so fat. Because, that's why. I'm in no mood to justify myself to you this evening when I've dealt with so many people being mutties. Come on, torch, work. It burns less efficiently. Depends what you're looking for as the kind of burn you're looking for, right? So no, it's not empty, it's fucked up. There. I fixed it. Now it's unfucked up. So I just use this torch for smoking weed. Yeah. No, Bofat, I'm not gonna do that. I'm quitting smoking. Cigarettes. Bofat, you do you, let me do me. Alright, I'm glad to hear it. Guess what I want in life? Is a Goku and a Vegeta. A Vegeta from VeggieTales. Monkey likes to look. Okay. Well, cat balls. I can't take you to California. Andrew Krasny. This lighter, cat balls, never goes in my pocket. Never leaves this area, right? Andy. All right, Andy. And additionally, my problem with this bong, smoking weed, is this bong is super, super cloggy. But if you torch with a propane torch, then it's less likely to clog. I'll see you later, unlicensed doggy. Ultra instinct versus ultra ego. Complete ego death. That is the goal. That's the way to enlightenment. Or, you could say that, lady in red. I'm here. I'm a mod. Carlos Pavia was here earlier. I'm not a particularly active mod.
I have it going on too.
We use a mixture of tobacco and weed, or living now. I don't know what that last bit is, or living now. Well, you know what, Capitals? I gotta say the following thing. With every bong, you're gonna have some kind of a compromise. So, if this were less cloggy, it would be more kiss giving, or it would have, just a teeny little bit of water under the thing. And I prefer smaller bongs rather than bigger bongs. So you've got to do a lot of compromising, ultimately. This bong I like because it only has one compromise. It's cloggy. But at least it's just the stem is cloggy, right? It's got the narrow urethra.
Narrow urethra.
They use a mixture of tobacco and weed. Well, that's not my jam. Scandinavia, not just Scandinavia, I think that's common throughout Europe. But that's not my jam. Am I a Bilderberg? No, I'm not a Bilderberg. I'm an Eric, a regular guy,
Aww.
a man with a bag full of pudding, except with no bag of pudding.
Mm.
Any spring flowers coming up yet, Rachel?
On the streets that we go down, that we take into town, there are flowers, but nothing in our backyard or front yard.
Oh, I see. It's a saving money thing. Gotcha. Well, I don't know what you're on about, actually, Fulcrum. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, Fulcrum. I'm not really concerned about, say, like, people unsubscribing or something like that, because I'm behaving the same way I always do. Whether it gets me subs or not, loses subs or not, I don't have to worry about things like that because I just roll how I roll. I don't know which person you're talking about me letting into the community, but I get that. Certainly mine is silicone, except for the main chamber percolator, which is glass, and it keeps the weed smell in there heavy, and it's generally getting older for bigger bongs. What is between the bum and balls called? It's called the grundle or taint.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. I guess Fulcrum's not going to explain himself more. I don't know who he's talking about. Talking about, like, Scott Taylor? Cat Balls calls it the gooch.
I've heard that before.
Yeah, we've tried lots of bongs. We've broken plenty of bongs too, you know. So then we have to get another bong. I'm pretty happy with this one, all in all. I'm kind of sick of this weed, though. I just started grinding it again before putting it in the bong. You pack smaller bowls because when you grind it, it's more smoke per fill spot of bowl.
It's a Doritos ranch kind, lady in red.
Yeah, she is. Okay, that's gonna get you a timeout. Jeffrey Muppet, look, Scott Taylor. I'm not fooled by you, right? I get that you're still the same guy. Okay, so since welcome to answering me. I probably Scott Taylor as well. So he was an interesting fellow, that Scott Taylor guy, or whatever his name ultimately was. He made a big push to be all buddy with me for a stretch of time. And then, well, thanks for letting me know, Andrew. I appreciate it. I enjoy doing it, obviously. I enjoy chatting with people. But I do also, I can't help but enjoy an occasional phenomenon like Scott Taylor, for lack of a better name, who has dozens of sock puppet accounts and was clearly coming in trying to, like, run a con of some kind, right? But is now removing himself from the channel while trying to. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna put you on timeout. Rather you not talk to my wife like that, please. I just put it on me. That my long-suffering wife doesn't have to continually be subjected to objectification.
Thank you. I love you so much.
I love you too, darling. It might be the case, Cat Balls. I mean, I don't need to smoke more tobacco. I'm quitting tobacco. I'm quitting cigarettes. Friday will be my last day smoking cigarettes. I do have this nicotine vape here that I'll be using to replace it, at least the nicotine part of it. Did you see that comet, Eric, called the Mother of All Dragons? I heard about it. I didn't see it or anything. Is it going by right now?
What?
This comet.
I don't know.
Maybe we want to go look outside and see if we see any aliens or anything. Or possibly, sometimes it's possible you might see, what's it called? Skylink. Starlink.
Starlink, yeah.
Elon Musk's satellites. I've seen them on 2 occasions before. Well, I'm going to quit.
Bread.
No, I'm not going to be too much longer. I'll follow behind you before too long. Spy's working for another YouTuber. I mean, how can, like, it doesn't even make any sense. There's no information to get. Taking her screenshots? Whose screenshots? I don't even know what they're talking about. Might just hide you, I guess. I see you as just Scott Taylor. Oh yeah. I just use the mic that's built into the phone. And I do have microphones for music, but I don't use those for recording audio on live streams with camera. I just use the built-in mics. I kind of want to get a lavalier mic, but I haven't gotten one. Amit Heta says, sex.
Cool, Iron Lion.
You gonna be on a quit smoking advertisement? Oh, good for you. So, yeah, I do have microphones, but I don't use them for this. So you're going to bed?
Yeah.
Not that I'm trying to get rid of you. I just
No.
I just wondering if I had missed some update or something.
I'm going to bed.
All right.
I love you.
I love you too, darling. Don't forget to dream about eating plenty of cheese. I'll be there before too long. But before I even get into bed, I need to take a shower. I feel very stinky. Hi, Bubbles. What time is it? I'm still there in it. I don't know what that means. Okay, I don't know what you're talking about, Boomsline. For fuck's sake. I have no idea what you're talking about. There's this one guy who's got like a shit ton of like sock puppet accounts, I guess. I mean, I already knew he had a shit ton of them because he showed up in many of them saying, "Hey, I'm that same guy." Wow. It is a very moonlit night tonight, so you don't see very many stars or anything. Because the moon's so bright. Is it like full or what? Let's go over here and look and see how full it is. Wow, that's a bright moon. Oh yeah, you're right. I didn't answer your question. I didn't understand your question as that. I carry it on this little tripod. This is what I'm doing right now. I have previously carried around on a big tripod, and then that tripod broke, and I carried around on a different bigger tripod, but that one was kind of more inconvenient. This little tripod is kind of the easiest way to deal with things. I'll show you what the tripod looks like when I get over here. Hold on. Looks like this. Stalking you? I'm live streaming, dumbass. I don't stalk anybody. I could not care any less about cornhole. I'm very self-absorbed, thoroughly disinterested in other people. Uninterested, perhaps. I keep hearing noises from upstairs. I've heard them on a number of occasions today when I knew Rachel was downstairs. Could have been the cat, but some of those noises at least. I know Kapil was outside and Joel was downstairs. I don't know what the hell it was. Normally I would attribute it to the heater or the air conditioner, but it's been off. So I don't know what that is. I just want to go upstairs and check for ghosts. Could be squirrels. My stance on Costco hot dogs. I think they're very affordable. You know, worth picking up a couple. It's a cheap lunch. Why not? It's kind of chilly out there. What are my interests? I mean, okay. The Daily Yap says, look, she really did her research, the little jabs about Gilligan's Island. That's a direct piss take. Hey, well, I don't like your threats. I don't know what or who you're talking about. Okay, all right. Yeah. Here's a member of the Global Elite right now. It'll be snowing where you live tomorrow, huh? Everybody had a late snow as well. Any particular type of ghost you enjoy hunting? I've never really hunted for any ghosts before. This will be the first time. I think I'll just go up there and be like, is there anybody here who'd like to communicate with me? Hi.
Hi, Gibson.
What's going on?
Nothing, I'm listening to you.
Well, that's what that is.
Sorry.
No, I wasn't sure what that sound was.
Is that the ghost that you thought?
No, that wasn't the ghost, but probably my hearing the ghost made me extra like, what's that sound, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm coming back to what you eat more. Come on, Treble. Come on. Come on, you want to eat? Eat more. Right, it's going strangely, I think it's fair to say. I sound like Ted Levine. Who's Ted Levine? Is he, like a TV anchor or something? I'll put this little tripod back on here. Okay. Now, let's go. I'm not a musician. Now let's go boast some ghosts. Let's go bust some ghosts. Okay? Let's go see if in fact there are ghosts up here. Because earlier today, I heard noises that I normally attribute to the heater or something from upstairs during a time period when 99% sure Kapia was outside. Unless she somehow... I don't think so. I think she was outside when I heard that. Okay. Let's see. Okay. First we'll do it with the light on, and then we'll do it with the light off, okay? Sit right here in this chair. if there are any spirits here in the blue room who'd like to make your presence known, make a sound, knock over a thing, something like that, you know. Let's see. Maybe one of these rocks here. Okay. Let's keep an eye on these rocks. Okay, are there any ghosts here? Won't you knock this rock over, okay? Just give it a stern push. And if there are any spirits here, push that rock over. Okay. How about this? Make fire with this lighter. If there are any ghosts in here, make some fire. Okay, well, let's try it now with the lights out. See if we get any better results, okay? We're gonna hunt for ghosts. We're gonna hunt ghosts for hunts. Looks like Rachel slept in this bed. I don't know why. Why she would. Maybe she had so many crumbs in her bed that even she couldn't sleep in it anymore. She's a eat in bed lady. Okay, here we go. Let's ask for ghosts now. Is there any spirits here in the blue room? I'd like you to make a sound. Maybe turn on and off the light. Slam the door. Something like that. You know, ghost stuff. Okay, well, I think the blue room's clear. I don't hear any ghosts. I don't see any ghosts. As far as I can tell, there are no spirits in there. Spirit free. Wouldn't it be crazy if I turned it back on and this rock was like over this way? It's not, but. Alright, let's go check out the other room. I could peel. I could peel on the bed. Probably, if there were any ghosts in here, Capio would be scared away. Unless they're friendly ghosts. What was that? You hear that sound? Oh, meow. Yes. What a sweetie. What was that sound, though? That's what kind of shit I'm talking about. Right here seems to be a spot that makes noise when you step on it. Okay, let's ask for spirits. Capio, do you think there are any spirits in here? Oh, spirits, if you were in here, can you make a sound? Can you turn the light on and off, maybe? Can you Make that fan go around. How about rustling these drapes? Well, so far, no sign of spirits. Or they could just be the disobedient kind of spirits. When you tell them, hi, get out here and say hello. They're just like, no. Let's check in here. Spirits? Oh, spirits. Are there any spirits in here? Okay. If there are any spirits in here, reveal yourself to us in the mirror. Show us your spirity ways. What's that? What is that thing? I don't know. What is it? Oh, it's the phone. It's the ghost of the phone. You can see the ghost of the phone. Isn't that fun? But now if I turn this around, maybe you'll see a different ghost entirely. We're looking at the mirror right now. You can't see anything, but it's pretty important. I'm in the mirror. Probably there are several ghosts in the mirror, but it's hard to say for sure. There we are. Oh my God. You guys, is that a ghost in this mirror? Right there. It keeps, there. What is that? I think it's a ghost. What's that thing? It's a ghost. Okay. I guess there aren't any ghosts here. Well, we just have to do with living in a ghost-free home. Sorry to say. I know we all wanted there to be some ghosts. Me most of all. How about in this mirror? Ghosty, ghosty of the house, show yourself inside this blouse. This mirror, right? Ghostly, ghosty on the wall. Who's the ghosty of them all? I don't know if you answered my question. How do you keep so busy on a daily basis? I do a lot of live streaming. We have various tasks and chores to attend to. Play music. And okay. Yeah, there I am. See? You see any ghosts? What if I turn off this light and on that light? Or off this light and on that fan? Oh my God, it's the fan ghost. This nightlight is probably powered by ghosts, I'm guessing. Look, there's a ghostly reflection of a stairway right there. And then the fan just started spinning around. For no reason. I just flipped the switch on and I was like, wow, round and around I go. clearly powered by ectoplasm. Like most things in life. Ever traveled to Europe? Yes, I've been to Europe. I have been to England, Austria, Italy, Russia, briefly in the airport in Finland. Not really visited Finland, but was in the airport in Finland. I don't want Biden and I don't want Trump. I don't want either one of the old rumps. Yeah, who does? Yeah, I can see the chat. I can see it. I just wasn't looking at it upstairs, really. I was checking for ghosts, obviously. What do you think of Finland, even though you're at the airport? It was, I was probably 3 or 4 years out of college, so probably like, 96, 95, something like that. It was not that long after Glasnost. I went to Russia and stopped at the airport in Finland on the way to Russia. I don't remember much about it, frankly. Just that I had a layover in Finland. Why don't you like Biden? What did you go to school for? I don't like Biden because I don't think he's mentally fit. You know, he said not that long ago that he had just had conversations with Helmut Kohl and Francois Mitterrand. People who were significant players many years ago. And definitely are not people I actually talked to recently, you know? I love you too. It's understandably concerning. I don't know if Yellowstone's having earthquakes or not. What did I go to school for? What are you talking about? Boba Fett. Biden. So, my favorite drug. Well, the answer to that is I don't know. Depends on my mood, you know? Uh, sometimes I guess my favorite drug is alcohol, but that's not a drug I can do, you know? And in plenty of other senses, it's definitely not my favorite. I like amphetamines somewhat, you know. I've got mixed feelings about them. I like them some of the time. What did I just eat? I just ate something. Oh, pastrami. I mean, salami. That was good. That was a healthful engagement with the refrigerator. We're gonna try trank. I don't know what trank is. You know, like a tranquilizer? No. I did, in fact, take half a Klonopin tonight, though. Probably why I'm feeling kind of extra slow. I would like to get ketamine. Rachel would like to have ketamine, I know that. There was a mixed drink made with grapefruit. Yeah, it's called a greyhound. It's grapefruit juice and vodka. But this is just regular grapefruit juice. My roommate Alejandro from the city of Markham is harassing and provoking me, unfortunately. Any advice? I mean, it's hard to give advice for something that broadly articulated without knowing more. I'm a little hesitant to give advice. People, you know, when someone's told the wrong words, it can make a big difference versus the right words. I don't feel knowledgeable enough to really, I guess, what's the word? Individuate my advice to the situation, and I feel it's probably unwise to give any advice at all. Just explain in a manner of understanding. It's not bad advice. I mean, I think the best advice is when dealing with stuff like that is to ignore it. Ignore, block, excise, whatever. Because it's difficult for most people to sustain a campaign in the face of persistent disinterest. Anything you wish you would have done when you were younger? Well, it's a tricky question to answer. It's like I think back to high school. I wish I had been more seriously competitive when doing debate. I was good at it, but I didn't have the kind of like drive to win that I ended up having as a coach later on as a debater. Uh, I wish I would have, parlayed my high school experience into something related or relevant, maybe. I was on the newspaper staff in high school. I was on the debate team, right? People who do those kind of things can't generally go into law or politics, something like that. But I was a slacker, It was it was a paradigm that I embraced even. What does rent cost for a studio? I don't know about a studio, but we expect to get for the 3 bedroom house that we're gonna rent. We expect to get 2150. That's my price point at the moment. 2150 for the 3 bedroom, 1 bath, and that will include for the renters bi-weekly garbage and water for the year. Water for the year is $50 a month. Garbage for the year bi-weekly is going to be like $100 a month. So really, we're going to get $2,000 a month for rent. But that's what we expect to be able to get for it. We'll find out if we can, etc. But I did see somebody had like a room in a house for rent for I think $750 a month or something. Yeah, my parents loved me for sure. When I come to my immediate family, my parents and me, the only child, I had kind of an idyllic childhood. It was a little more rough and tumble, like out in the neighborhood or at school or whatever. But I was loved and nurtured by my parents for sure. Even ladies lose their hair? My mom died with a full head of hair at 80, whatever, 85. I've been pretty sheltered for lots of parts of my life in lots of different ways. While at the same time, I've done my fair share of slumming, So, I don't know. An odd combination of factors ultimately made me who I am in totality. A certain amount of encountering injustice in the world, a certain amount of perpetrating such, a certain amount of being victimized by such, a certain amount of privilege and a certain amount of disempowerment. These ways and those ways, you know. You've been worried about me? Why? I love you too, Rachel. Like, what do you possibly find worrisome? You know what I'm saying? I think what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna turn off these lights. And I think we're gonna go lie in bed. Or we're gonna go to the bathroom, we'll go lie in bed. And we'll probably even chat a bit with the lights on before we really go to bed. Possibly with a bedtime story, but possibly not. We'll see. Been smoking a lot lately. Well, I haven't been smoking any more than I always have. I mean, I guess if you're talking about lately, meaning like the last few days, well, it is the start of a new Adderall bottle, so it's true that I'll smoke more, but it's pretty much just because the days are so much longer. I'm awake for longer, you know. All right, see you later, Andrew. Nice seeing you here. Hi, Amberly Moko. Hi, Winter Groiper. Drop the N word if you're not afraid. Oh gosh. I guess that means if I don't do it, I'm afraid. Is it morning for me? It is currently 1:15 a.m. 1:15 a.m. Okay, well, that's your prerogative. Okay, we get it. What do you want a prize? Alright, see you free. I want pee. Women can't get pregnant from horses. Okay, obviously. different species. Horses can get a donkey pregnant, but it won't be a reproductively viable offspring. I wonder if that's where my sandals went too. I saw it. She had a weird belly. She said there was a horse in there. Oh, well, that's all that's all the explanation I need. Yeah, mules can't breed. I love Golden Ticket. They make a liger. Also not reproductively viable, I don't believe. Maybe ligers can breed with other ligers, but can't breed with tigers and lions. I don't know. I don't know all the specs of it. Well, what we know about genetics is that by and large, hybridization isn't possible. Christosus is sus. Who's Christosus? You can't have tions, okay? Her husband died of cancer because she got impregnated by a horse. How exactly does that work? Like, well, doctor, what is it? Am I going to be okay? I'm sorry, Mr. Stevens. You've got cancer. You've got gallbladder cancer. Gallbladder cancer? How do you think I contracted it? Well, from what we can tell, your wife fucked a horse. All the studies thus far we've covered on this subject have indicated that gallbladder cancer is caused in men when their wives fuck a horse. We're not quite sure how it happens. Normally, you can't catch cancer like that. But apparently, nature made an exception for if your wife fucks a horse. Okay. Put this pillow here. There. Okay. Oh, there. Let's see what's going on here in the muggity. Let's see what's happening. Yeah, well, I deleted that guy. That super racist guy, you know. Before I go away, I just want I throw a comment that I've heard of many tomatoes could help with their prostate. They don't get prostate cancer. Yeah, well, keep that in mind. I mean, we do eat some tomato sauce, you know. I don't think that we eat a lot of raw tomatoes, but not not a terrible thing to do to avoid prostate cancer. I have been tested for it before and it's cleared of it, you know. Sean Gamal. Take care, Gramps, everyone. Take care, Sean Gamal. Hello there, Graps. It's me, Bob12. So good to see you, Bob12. You're the Bob that completes the dozen. Well, I think I'm gonna go to bed now. I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm tired. I don't think I'm gonna tell a bedtime story. I'm just gonna wrap it up. Try to get a good night's sleep. So thanks a lot for being here. And let me end this poll before I end the stream. Yeah, I need some sleep tonight. Good night.